the National Assembly especially has not really respected the wishes or thoughts of the young Kenyans. Last year, around the same time, that's why they're marking this anniversary, part of the main problem was that the National Assembly completely ignored the demands of the young Kenyans and pushed through the finance bill despite their wishes. That was a problem that has never been addressed for a whole year. Then this time round, while they're marking the anniversary, the National Assembly still speaks in a way to delegitimize their concerns, to demonize the demonstrations. And instead of focusing on the issues being raised, they're talking about who should be blamed. Don't you think that the National Assembly is part of the problem here?
In Uli, I don't agree with quite a bit of what you said because, first of all, the National Assembly and last year's finance bill. The finance bill that was passed by the National Assembly, and you very well know this, is not the finance bill which was in the media and in the mainstream media and social media. It's not the finance bill that was debated heavily by Kenyans. It is not the finance bill which was popularized by most of our activists. Whatever they popularized, debated upon, and passed across in social media was the wrong version. It was a deliberate attempt to kill whatever it was. The idea was do away with the bill. So the finance bill which was passed had many great things for this country, and especially for the youth. So the fact that the youth refused the finance bill, as it was anyway, in our meeting after passing the finance bill, we are the ones who went to State House and sat with the president and told him what we see in this country is not about the finance bill. Because the finance bill has provisions that are clear. We have already looked at all the issues that Kenyans had raised concern on and dealt them out. Maybe there wasn't sufficient time to inform. Even the room to inform Kenyans was not there. So the idea was to drop the bill, whatever it was. And that is why finally the bill was dropped. National Assembly passed the right version of the bill. And I am one of those who voted yes for the finance bill. And I know what I voted yes for. For this country, for the youth of this country, for better Kenya, for a more stable economy, for more and better job creation. That's what we passed. Now, when it comes to the situation right now, and I want to dispute the fact that the members who debated last week did not pass a message of condolences. That is not correct. It's not factually correct. Every member who stood started with a statement of message of, condolences to the bereaved families. And I remember the deputy leader of minority raising an issue and saying people are not passing a member. The speaker himself took him to task and reminded him about the speakers, those who had spoken before. Reminded him so-and-so said this, and so on and so forth. That is exactly what happened. People passed messages of condolences. Because they are Kenyans, they come from those backgrounds. Members of Parliament are elected by people. They don't place themselves there. So they have to be extremely careful even when they speak, whether they are representing the issues of the people and whether they're in tandem with what...
For example, do you think the conversation they had and the
I'm coming to the conversation.
On the floor of the House, that is the right direction to take with this?
I'm coming to the conversation. Idimuli, we are all living in this country. And actually, we all are very clear on what is happening. We are very, very, very clear. Maybe there may be no tangible evidence to take anybody to court or to arrest someone, but we all know what is happening. We all know what, if somebody stands and says, I go by what, I stand by the destruction, I support, what kind of statement is that? From a leader. I mean, we are all condemning cases of violence, we are condemning looting, we are condemning rape, we are condemning all sorts of violence, all sorts of atrocities are meted upon our people, we are condemning. But if somebody owns up and says, I am the leader of this, and you are looking for space in the wrong place. I think that is the spirit of the Parliament.
There's an attempt
the mood of the House was in that respect.
There could be an attempt to seek relevance politically, but do you agree with the accusations made on the floor of the House that the former deputy president is on funding the...
I would like to refer you to some clips which are circulating. I'm sure you have seen them. The vehicles burnt at the police station. Was there a demonstration in that police station? Were the police driven out? The police were busy trying to contain the situation. Then a few individuals were sent to specifically ban. So when you see such things happening, they must be planned, coordinated, and executed.
The level of discussions on the floor of the National Assembly should be at a different level, not bar talk. The fact that members...
I want to agree with the Honorable Pokisio on one thing. Emotion, keep it out. Debate as soberly as you can, put the point clearly, guide the House to debate. Keep the emotion away. That's really important. Because the mood of the House is developed by the first 6 or 7 speakers. And after that, now, the House takes cue. So I think we need to be selfless when it comes to some of those issues and put the point as it is. In most cases, you realize that in Kenya, we have attacks and counterattacks. That's what prevails in everything. When you're talking to the media, you're attacking somebody. Let's learn also to be modest in whatever we say. Our body language matters a lot. What we say also matters most. We need to be very careful to remember that we are putting this unit, we are safeguarding this unit as a whole. Kenya is a unitary state which needs to be safeguarded by everyone. Right. Now, when it comes to lawlessness and those advocates of chaos, I think they need to be named. They need to be named. So this is important. We need to know who is doing what so that Kenyans know, if I follow this path, I think I'm likely to be going nowhere. Mm-hmm. Do they have a strategy? Do they have their mechanism to deliver that strategy? Is there an approach? Or are they just, trying to fumble in the darkness? We need to be extremely careful.
Wanakira, what do you make of that level of conversation in the National Assembly? Is it driving this country towards a